Don't worry, guys. If you make it out of here alive, I'm sending you to a much nicer place.
Oh, wonderful!
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
It's from getting here to there. That's the trick.
That's the trick. Yeah.
You'll be able to buy pants.
Wearing
I can
pants.
buy pants now.
Who needs pants? You're going to be made fun of for your lack of pants. Anyway,
We have pants, don't we?
you have thongs.
We are a desert people. We have pants.
If basically what he's trying to imply is that if he does not get this mask back to this gentleman, then Odin's word is not worth
Yeah,
real
that
life,
one's fair.
Yeah.
which is really bad.
Yeah,
That's not
very
super
bad.
good.
Gonna get some bad Yelp reviews.
So it's like the word of Odin on Fate. Yelp reviews.
It's like
1 out of 5
great
stars.
food, great food. Stuff gets stolen though. Service is okay.
I want to imagine that just like somebody, just like there's a Yelp page about Odin, and there's just like internet trolls just writing a really bad review.
Odin can't keep an eye on one mask.
Oh.
He's only got one.
But by internet trolls, you totally mean frost giants, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
obviously.
100%. I'm just now
Like,
just
oh, this
imagining
guy's a total frost
frost
giant.
giants on the internet.
Okay. What was that, Sam?
The audience is cheering a lot for Howie. There's a lot of like really good ones. It's Howie, Wowie, Howie, Howie, Zowie, Break the Douchador.
Door! Oh my god! Door, I love it.
Yes.
Oh, I want that on his
How many
shirt
people-
now.
and welcome back. Here we are again for D20 Live, Mutants and Masterminds, returning to my favorite session. Of course, it's my favorite session. I made it myself.
You should be.
But I should be. Yes, exactly. So returning to Paragon High with not all of our players. Sadly, we miss you, Arcata. Sorry you couldn't make it to the game. But we'll start with introducing all of our players that are here, and we'll get stuck right into it, starting with Mike.
Hi everyone, I'm Big Mike, the guy who kind of runs D20 Live along with Sam. Today I am playing Jonathan Cortez, also known as Quantum, the universe's and apparently the fandom's favorite himbo.
Aww. And Cassie.
That's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Cassie D20 Love Chew, the game dev and dice maker extraordinaire. And I'm gonna be playing Mimic, and I'm so excited because I love Mimic so much.
Fantastic. And then Nicole.
I'm Nicole of D20 11404s, and I'm going to be playing Greasy Gearhead, or GG for short.
Nice. And last but not least, Sam.
Hi everybody, it's Sam, the production manager, and I'm back playing Shortcut.
Indeed. And I am back playing everyone else. So we are going to get started. It has been quite a year for all of you. Your first year at Dedalax Academy, one of 5 academies around the world for Paragons to train Paragons. And over the course of this year, you've run into many different things. During orientation, you had a hazing that involved chemical bombs and acid being thrown at you, and Greasy Gear nearly killing one of the hazers accidentally, but that works out. Getting a black box with lots of information that the classes of A, B, D, and E are not so much classes used to structure you as students and encourage your growth, but actually a form of higher classification in terms of how dangerous you are, where you may have come from, that sort of thing. Very strange, weird, and that was only made weirder 4 months later when you went on a field trip. Enjoyed a good game of Capture the Flag, where a hill was lifted and ripped out of the ground and carried, and then other things were mimicked and copied. Other super strength and flight, and lots of fun was had there until it was suddenly not fun anymore, and your friends were kidnapped. Perhaps by the knowledge of your academy, perhaps not. You're not sure. It wasn't the academy that ran the facility in this same area where the field trip was, but it was a company called Rostec Industries. Rostec being the company that was one of the companies that helped build Dedalax Academy itself and several of the other academies around. And this was the facility that you were in. Shortcut's sister, Sidestep, was being kept there against her will, along with several other of your classmates in Class 7 and other classes at Dedalax. Their blood being pulled from them, combined with other strange esoteric liquids, and pumped back in, all for the purpose of, as one of the robots, Greasy Gear, you were able to hack out of them, being broken down and refined and rebuilt.
Yeah, spooky.
So after rescuing your friends at Class 7, you escaped. Thanks to the aid of Brass Bull and a strange woman who was plugged directly into the security. Perhaps she was a Paragon, and that was her powers, was being able to work with these electronics. And whenever you got back, and after you left, you were confronted by someone who aided you in getting in. A man who was the only Class E, or the most dangerous on record Paragon, named Axis, calling you soldiers, saying that you were never meant to be heroes. You're not supposed to be heroes. That's not what they want you to be, but it's what he can make you into if you want. And whenever you got back to Dedalax, Mimic, unbeknownst to anyone else, was able to realize that the janitor who works at Dedalax Academy has been Axis this entire time, and is still watching you. So, over the past few months, that's a good period of time since the last session. In some ways, your life was turned upside down. Shortcut sidestep, your sister Anna was briefly hiding with you for a few weeks after you rescued her and asked you to speak about her or her experience to no one around the academy. Even your friends, though she would understand if you had spoken to them about it. Until her team, her Paragon team, the Meritic Order, arrived late one night and took her away. She seemed very safe and relieved to be with them again, which brought you some comfort. But did you ask her anything over the days that you were together before she was dead, before she was taken out of your life again? Share with our watchers and with your team.
The first question I probably would ask is, why is our family special in the sense of why were they testing our blood for stuff?
She is not ill. She answers, it's not something that I'm entirely privy to. It's something that Axis once explained to me when he was trying to recruit members of the Order to his side. It's not so much our family. I suppose our family is special, but in the eyes of the Academy, it's more where we came from, who we're descended from. I don't know how or why or what, but we are apparently descended in some way from people who had two sets of abilities, the ability to teleport and the ability to, and she sort of points at herself or indicates herself, see into other planes of existence. I don't know why that mattered. I don't know. I mean, I can make a guess, but we have both of those lineages, Axis called them, in us. You and I had just manifested in different ways. But apparently we're not the only ones, because I mean, I saw your friend Quantum. I saw him when I was trapped. So he can do it, clearly. I don't know. Anyway. While you think of something else to ask, if you have anything else to ask. Greasy Gear. You're back with Class 7 by Brass Bull's insistence. And you feel at home once again with your Class 10 classmates. You were perhaps the one most personally affected outside of Shortcut by what you saw at the laboratory. How has it affected you? What have you done? Go ahead.
I feel like she's probably talked to Brass Bull a lot. Brass Bull seems like a homie, you know? Like, Brass Bull is the teacher you go to when you have a problem.
He's a friend.
So she's
He's
probably
a good
like,
buddy.
yeah, right? So she's probably spent a lot of time talking to him and trying to just, like, kind of, especially with her understanding of technology, I assume, like, that was, like, extra horrifying, you know? Like, seeing this technology that she loves so much that she wants to use to help the world for good being used in such evil and nefarious ways. Horrifying. Well, at least, like, to her, it felt very scary.
And he has done his best to comfort you in those conversations. That he will look into it. He doesn't believe that Dedalax is responsible for that. And while he's not certain what he's going to be able to do about it, because if it's not related to Dedalax, that's where his sphere of influence sort of ends. But he has listened to you. He has listened to you as best he can.
Which is all I would honestly ask her of, because I also think that she no longer trusts school. And I think she's spent a lot of her time digging deeper into that black box to see if there's more information that she can understand about why certain students are classified as such and what happens to those classifications of students.
We'll make it an extended roll, so I want you to make 4 tech rolls, okay, for each of the months that have passed. And give me and let me know every time you beat a DC of, this is above average, and average is 10. So give me, we'll say 16. So TN 16. Let me know.
Because I was gonna say, like, my technology total is a plus 13, right?
Yep. So unless you fumble.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is what happened in session 1. You fumbled, right? Or you didn't fumble, but you didn't succeed. So
success. It's a failure?
If it's not
you said
16? Yep, 16.
Yep, that was a 15, so that was a failure. Yep. Success.
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 Okay. Right. That's enough. Something that you have found, that you did find, is while you can't trace the origins of these classifications, well, no, you can't. You can trace the origins. How they're related to what you saw in the lab is not entirely clear, but you know that these classifications are, think of them like a stock portfolio. You see business transactions. You see lines of money being traced in and out of Germany, in and out of the academy. You see individuals flagged for transfer out of Germany to other countries. You see individuals flagged for transfer into Germany. And all these people who are coming in and out, you also see bank accounts associated that are being routed through various other companies to ensure that to ensure that it's not tracked, or at least who is responsible for the purchases are not being tracked. So with all of that, it seems these classifications are ways of classifying a threat level of a Paragon.
Yeah.
But also, the higher the threat level goes, the more money is being allocated.
The more money? Yeah, we're buying and selling weapons. People are weapons. Oh no. Oh dear. Wait, can I ask?
Yeah?
What's my personal number?
You are classified as A. You are classified... Purchase?
Yeah, if I could find my rough purchase number.
Anyone who is at the academy, you can. You were not purchased, you were born in Germany.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess what I was asking is
And
if there's a rough number for each, if there's a starting price.
If they are up for purchase by other countries, you can see what the other countries are bidding on these individuals, but not if there's a.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Can I see if any of my friends are up for bidding?
Yes, Mimic is.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for that?
No, you can find it. Mimic is up for bidding. It's currently sitting at a $4.25 million dollars. And she's being bid, yeah.
Good.
Which is.
I'm gonna keep that information to myself for a little bit.
Yeah, and there are several people that's gone up and up and up from a baseline. So she's being.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she is being, and it also looks like she was purchased from a different country. She was initially brought into Germany. She was purchased, and
by Germany.
And if you ask Mimic, she will know that she was transferred. She was transferred from a country of Cassie's choice. But as far as she knows, she was transferred by her parents' choice.
She was just transferred.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Or she was, or rather, she was accepted into Dedalac's Academy from her country of origin.
Pain. Okay, gotcha.
How much?
And going to Quantum before we go to Cass. Actually, no, we have Cass. We have Cass here, and I just mentioned Mimic. So, Mimic, you have spent your entire life. You've had to deal with this powerful eidetic memory that you have. It can be a burden because you can take in with absolute perfect clarity all the stimulus, the faces, the names, the people, the events, situations all around you. But that doesn't mean that your mind is capable necessarily of categorizing, prioritizing, or recalling with perfect recollection, or rather combining them necessarily at will. In the months since you left the laboratory and you saw that immense lineage and all the files and all the folders and subfolders and everything all related to here, you've been trying to sort through the titles and names and genetic lineages and all of that. And a few things have been bothering you. You've been trying to recall, and I sent you ahead of time to save time on the stream, 3 different questions, and you chose one of the 3 questions in particular. So I'll ask you that now. There was, of the 5 progenitor strains that you didn't really investigate much because you were you found Sidestep was in the laboratory, so you didn't dig into it. It was called constructivist. You see flashes of things that you took in, flashes of a lineage that ends abruptly and doesn't go down for a great length of time through many generations. The name of a particular progenitor and some odd connection between this strain and 5 individuals within the mentality strain lineage that was connected to. And lastly, and most weirdly, is there was some strange connection between this lineage and your friend Greasy Gear. The information that you were able to parse out while you pulled it in is that the progenitor's name of this lineage is named Orin. He's the very first individual who appeared with at least in records, with the constructivist lineage. You also find out that you also see another name that is a little disturbing because it relates to your recent experiences. You see the name of those 5, where it ends abruptly, is Ikatomi, the woman from the laboratory. You see that she's a member of this constructivist, the lineage of these constructivist lines. And that one of these 5, you can't quite know which one, shares a lineage tie to something unexpected. Greasy Gear's lineage. It seems like it ends abruptly here and then restarts down the line, and you're able to pull together names and people, either an extended family member or maybe Greasy Gear's line was tied into this one. But if so, her lineage and her powers definitely aren't on that level. So why? So that's what you got there. What do you choose to do with this information? We don't have to roleplay it out right away, but so we can think about that. What do you choose to do with that information?
I think I share that information with the group, and like
Okay.
especially to
Together,
Greasy Gear.
not just Greasy Gear, but everyone?
Yeah, just because
Okay.
I feel like, you know, our multiple brains combined are, you know, probably a good idea. Just see what we can all parse from the information that I've been able to kind of recover from my memory banks.
Okay.
That's
And
fair.
last-
If we're gonna do a share session like that, I would also definitely be like, by the way, we're buying
Did you
and selling
know?
children. Did you know?
Oh boy.
Once Quantum finds that out, it's like, I was mad before,
Oh,
but
you're gonna do something
now...
dumb.
I'm gonna say words. You gotta take some deep breaths first, okay?
So, and last but not least, Quantum.
Yeah.
You know precious little about your past in relation to this strange O classification that Greasy Gear was able to find. You decided not to ask Headmaster Tumult at the time you discovered it, what O class was. Knowing what you know now, have you changed your mind?
Yeah.
Have you done anything in your desire to protect your friends? Shortcut in particular, seeing her pain at the laboratory, her family's pain. This academy seems to be against. It's the very ideal of wanting to build heroes up, and instead is trying to break them down, make them fight for themselves. What do you do?
I go talk to the headmaster, and I bring a piece of coal with me.
A piece of coal?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start
Oh my
into
God.
the roleplay. We'll start into the roleplay. We'll say that the rest of you, Mimic, Shortcut, and the rest of the Class 7, Greasy Gear, G-Men, Jenna, that sort of thing, are all sitting in class, and Brass Bull is talking to them. But Quantum requested an absence for the first part of homeroom for this last homeroom period. So Quantum, you are welcomed into the headmaster's office, and once he sees you, he didn't quite remember who you were at first, and now that the door opens and he sees you, you hear a very familiar storm cloud in the background, remembering that you were the one who interrupted his speech when this game first started.
Yeah, I
Storm,
remember.
just a small and rumbling continues on. Again, the perfectly immaculately sculpted beard and hair styled back. Ah, yes, student. John, I believe it is your name?
Yes, sir.
Please, sit. What can I do for you?
I have a question, sir.
Yes, John. I
Is
want
this-
to thank you, by the way, for keeping the secret and for being very good and loyal to the school about not passing on the information of the hazing during your orientation. That's your loyalty to the Academy has not gone unnoticed and is deeply appreciated.
Oh, okay.
Please.
If that's what you look at it as, okay. I have a question, sir.
Yes, young man.
Is the school training children to sell them off to foreign nations?
That is a very strange question to be asked. We trained it to
Oh
be.
my god.
We train our students to be able to protect Germany, but we have many allies, yes, and those allies sometimes requisition aid from the Academy and from our government.
Okay.
So while we don't sell them, no, they are requisitioned from time to time, sometimes for extended periods of service, sometimes for short. Go ahead and make a insight.
Oh,
roll.
he's got none for that, but okay.
Yep, I'm just
I was
curious.
gonna say, oh my god. Oh my god, what a bleh.
Insight, right?
Yep.
All right. That is a 2. This is going to be a friggin' nightmare. If I can find the roll 20 window. One moment, please.
You're like, I know he's lying, but I don't know how much of it is a lie.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Good.
Huh.
The
Go Quantum.
Maybe it's your gut, because Quantum is not an untrusting individual. He's not innocent, he's not foolish,
Yeah.
but he's trusting.
Mhm.
But maybe it's the fact that these are your friends,
Mm-hmm.
and too much of what you've seen of late goes against what he is saying. Maybe your instinct is just up. Your gut instinct is saying no. This is a very practiced response.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's an outright lie or not, you don't know, but it comes across as too practiced for you.
Well, because my thought was, sir, if my friends were being bought and sold by the school, how much would it cost for them to buy their freedom?
Oh.
But
Their autonomy.
You seem to
If that were the
misunderstand
case. No, it's a hypothetical, sir.
Of course.
Because if hypothetically it were happening, I could smash the school, but a lot of people would get hurt, and that wouldn't be the smart thing to do. But if I could pay for it, that would work, right? That would satisfy everyone's greed. Right?
School, the Dedalax Academy is not based off of greed, but if we're having a hypothetical discussion, while you are not for sale, you could perhaps request that you be requisitioned to particular countries, or have a choice in the matter of which country you are asked to aid in. You seem to understand, we are not taking away your autonomy.
Of course.
We are training individuals who keep our country safe. You don't get
Quantum
paid
takes out the
for
coal.
this. We take care of you. We take care of all your needs, all your family's needs, same as some of your friends, I'm sure, have families that are very well taken care of in exchange for their service.
Of course. But again, if it was a matter of financial means, I figured I should, if there were people who were concerned about things financially, I should show that I could compensate financially. And he starts crushing the coal. So I looked this up while we were prepping, and it takes only 725,000 pounds of force to crush a coal into a diamond. And Quantum...
The moment you were like, I'm bringing coal, I was like, oh, we're crushing it into a diamond.
Yeah, we fucking
That's
are.
a threat.
That's a threat.
And Quantum has 12 kilotons of force behind his strength, so he crushes it. And
Perfect.
I don't imagine it gets there perfectly because it's his first time trying, but he puts
So
it on
doesn't have all the facets.
Yeah, it's like it's not like faceted in like a nice way, but
It's
it
like
looks
rock.
like half coal, half diamond. And he puts it down and says, "I think if I practice that, I could get pretty good at it."
My god. Quantum could just be so rich. You don't need to be a hero. Here's pressed diamond.
Diamonds. He steps back from his desk, and pours himself a drink, turns around, sits down, and picks up the diamond in 3 fingers.
It should be really fucking hot, by the way, because it got atomically rearranged.
I don't think it
And
cares.
you see, as he picks it up, the tips of his 3 fingers are ice blue.
Oh, okay.
And the diamond, while red hot, begins to equalize and steam.
Yeah.
Like, begins to fill the room with smoke, and the space between the two of you, the steam makes the air ripple. Yes. That is why you're here at this school, to practice the skills that will be necessary in life. And he places the diamond down. All of us had to begin somewhere, of course. We all needed practice. And he taps the diamond, and the diamond breaks and shatters from a small micro-electrical storm that he placed inside the diamond. And the diamond shatters across the office. But we only accept the best here at Dead. But we only accept the best here at Deadlax, such as yourself.
I'm glad to be counted among them, sir.
Is there anything else, young man?
No, that was it. I didn't think you were the kind of person who'd lie, so that's why I asked you honestly, sir.
Of course, I hope you appreciate the forthrightness with which I answered your question.
Of course. After all, wouldn't you want someone to ask you that kind of question if they were concerned?
If they were, of course. I care about my students.
That was it, sir. Have a good day.
And their futures. Very good. So, all of you meet up. Quantum, you return to class, and you step in you step inside as Brass Bull is clearly finishing off a speech. I am very proud of all of you. The growth I have seen and the responsibility each of you have taken on. Detalax teaches us to rely on ourselves, but also understands, and I personally understand, that sometimes strength, the door slides open and Quantum comes in. Strength, he takes the opportunity and points out Quantum, needs to be found in each other. Isn't that right, Quantum?
Oh, yes, sir.
Despite it perhaps not being officially encouraged by the school. But you and I, we keep that to ourselves, yes? And he nods with a knowing smile to Greasy Gear.
Love Brass Bull. What a fucking homie.
God, he's so fucking baller. I love him.
I want you all to know that I see it, even if no one else does. And I couldn't be prouder. But please, enjoy your trip. You all know that you are going to be leaving in a short while, within the hour. Your strong boxes are packed. You're going to be going. Germany has a tradition of sending people off for a brief vacation in between final exams and graduation every year. So that's when you're going on a vacation.
Beach episode!
Yeah!
And before he does, though, he looks out to all of you and like, if you have any questions about the vacation or anything else about your grades and so forth, please do approach. But otherwise, enjoy your trip, all of you. I certainly will. And he picks up a very large bottle filled with amber liquid and just drops it on the desk.
Our school is far too, we're gonna go drink in front of all of these children.
He literally just has some ambrosia. It's fine.
I know it's Germany, but holy fuck.
Devin, can I slip a note to Greasy Gear and Mimic?
Yes, you
can. The note just says, need your help with a thing. Can I meet you after class?
I nod.
Yeah, Mimic looks over at Quantum, just nods.
Eye contact and nodding.
Okay, good. He nods back. He seems infinitely more nervous since he passed the note, more than what he was when he came into the class.
Oh. Okay.
Poor sweet
Great.
boy.
As the player, knowing what just happened in that office, okay?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's more nervous about what he's about to do than what he just did.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Nice. Well said. Well said.
Valid.
You all exit the room, heading back to the dormitories. This allows time for, as shortcut, leaves ahead. I imagine either Quantum, you hurry ahead with the two of them, or you let Shortcut go ahead, or however that awkward conversation is carried out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I let her go ahead.
Okay, all right, and you fall and you sort of fall back, waiting for Mimic and Greasy Gear, and the rest of the students are talking to themselves as they continue on. Jenna meets up with Shortcut as they continue on.
Are we all okay? All right. Okay. All right. I need your.
You okay?
No, I'm freaking
Man.
out. Okay. I there's a thing
Okay.
I've been trying to work out how to do it for like the last few months. I'm not sure because I don't know girls, at all. So how do you ask a girl out you like? Are you okay, Devin?
Mimic just kind of like looks over at Greasy Gear, and then looks.
Yeah, and
back
I like
at
look
Quantum.
back. Do you know she likes you first?
I don't know. I mean, she might. She's always really quiet around me, but she's
Who is it?
a Shortcut.
Wait, who is it? I
Shortcut.
need to know.
It's Shortcut.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
You okay, Sam?
Yeah.
It's Shortcut. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should just do it.
What do you mean
I think
just
it
do
would
it?
be really fast. Just rip it off like a band-aid.
Well, okay, wait. I
Just
I
like
think-
walk out. Hey, you want to go out? Just as
You wanna go out?
just as fast as you
I
can.
think
Just take off.
I think it could be handled with a little bit of finesse. I think you just be honest with your feelings. You say, "Hey, Shortcut, I think you're really great and I like you a lot. And I was wondering if you would go with me on a date and maybe give her a cute present." Like
Well, I had a
something
piece of-
something handmade, or maybe a cute flower that you found
you look-
outside.
He looks
Okay.
prepared.
I need a piece of coal. I learned a trick I can do recently.
What are you planning on doing with a piece of coal? That seems like a weird gift.
It's gonna be handmade. Trust me. Oh,
You can say that like Greasy Gears knows what you're gonna do, and she goes, "I just want you to know that's the scariest gift I've ever heard of."
Wait,
it's cool.
What's he
It's
gonna
handmade.
do? What's he gonna do? What
He's
is it?
very strong. He's gonna crush the coal and try to make a diamond.
You know, like Superman. It worked. It almost worked.
Well, okay, I do think a diamond as a first gift is a little bit forward.
Yeah, that's a little forward.
But it's,
feel
it's
like-
handmade.
I have
yeah,
a really great
no,
idea.
That's lovely. I think save that for if the relationship goes forward a long time and something simpler for now.
Is the chat doing okay?
We're about to go on like a really cute like trip. I
Yeah.
think we should maybe like if you can get a moment together when the sun's going down, maybe you guys can have a little cute bit of a schmoove, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
You wanna
if she
set
likes
the
me or anything. I
stage.
want to do like a nice.
Yeah, I'm sure she likes you.
She never like talks to me
She
though.
stares
Like,
at you a lot. That's fine.
Well, it's because she's scared of me. Because like I want to.
No.
No.
People that they're
No.
scared of, they don't stare at. They actually either yell at them or leave.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that.
You okay,
Fight or
Sam?
flight is real, and let me tell you, you know what's not in fight or flight? Staring.
It's true. It's
You guys,
Yep.
you guys think?
Yeah, what if you make her like a cute bracelet or something?
Diamond?
No.
I don't know
What?
how
A
to make-
diamond
I'm like
bracelet?
really,
No.
I'm like really
No
strong
diamonds.
though. What if I
We're
break the
throwing
bracelet?
diamonds out of the window. We're not doing diamonds.
Aw.
We can. What if you find some seashells on the beach and use that to make a cute bracelet?
How do you do that?
Or why don't
Uh-uh.
you just give them a seashell?
Like one seashell?
That's cute too.
How big?
Like one that you guys can hear the ocean in, like at one of those curly boys.
Yeah. A curly boy.
Forget what they're called.
I love-
Sorry.
I love
know
how they're
a lot of
asking-
things, not the names of seashells. There you go. Oh god.
A conch.
I love how you're asking giving personally reasonable suggestions, and Quantum's like, "Where's the biggest seashell I can carry?" And he's meant to be like a huge one.
That is exactly. I
It's like an
figured where your mind
Atlas
went.
style.
Thing. It's like, I like your shortcut. Is it big enough?
Here's a shell! It's for you!
It's
He will
the
travel to the depths of like the Atlantic Ocean and find the most massive seashell that he could find.
He just gets attacked by a giant ass shark, and he's like, ah!
Finds,
shark
finds a
attached to
huge
him.
fucking nautilus and punches it. Takes its shell.
Can literally outpunch that lobster.
You okay, Sam?
I like the idea of Quantum like getting into a fist fight with a fish. And like, the ocean pressure is like making this kind of hard, and Quantum's like,
Never
"Damn,"
mind.
and it's just like the shockwave.
Oh, a tsunami. Like
Yeah,
Like a fucking pistol shrimp.
yeah,
Creates
absolutely.
the force
absolutely.
of like the
Donk.
sun for a brief second, just punching this thing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Fuck.
Thank you to the chat for telling me what a conch shell is.
there you go.
How is the chat enjoying this, by the way?
They're saying you're a diamond in the rough.
Aww.
That's real gay. I do think we have to go get ready for our stuff though. So
Okay.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
you should do it. Give her
Oh,
a seashell
amazing.
and
You
then
should
do it.
Okay.
Just be honest with your feelings and tell her how great she is.
Okay.
You'll do
Alright.
great.
Okay.
Okay. Sam, music change, please.
Yep.
As all of you are loaded into the armored buses that have become all too familiar whenever you leave the academy. So all of you are loaded in the armored buses.
I'm like
It's just your
uncomfortable in
class.
these now.
What's alright?
My character is uncomfortable in these now. Like she,
Yeah, they
if she's
have
developed
other
anything,
needs.
it's an
Yeah.
anxiety disorder. Anytime she enters one of the armored buses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know that they're made with astonishingly strong materials because they have to defend the future Paragons from potential other Paragons. So the glass is actually a very powerful form of plastic compound that is very thick. Like the plates on the bus are powerful. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So you step inside.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
step inside the armored bus. Quantum, do you sit next to Shortcut, or do you leave that for?
I
later?
sit just behind her
Just
and
behind
stare
her,
at the
okay.
back of her head, trying to figure out my battle plan.
Can you smell her hair?
No, that's you don't smell
No,
a girl.
no, wait. I'm not saying you grab the hair and like. I'm saying like, can you smell it from where you're sitting?
That depends on the perfume Shortcut's wearing.
There we go.
Do you wear perfume?
I don't think she does. She's pretty everything about her is like pretty like plain.
Oh god.
I hope her deodorant smells amazing.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's fantastic. I literally wrote in between scenes limited RP time in my GM notes, so I'm like, but it's like I fully expected some kind of RP. You gotta balance
Good.
things. So you're loaded
Good.
onto your armored buses, an all too familiar sight by this time. And everyone in the class is yammering. Steve, Storm Sentinel, is kind of saying, there were storm clouds earlier today, very briefly. I didn't do it. Wasn't me. I'm not trying to ruin the vacation. Promise. Oh, no, it's all good.
Trying to ruin the
yeah,
vacation.
That was weird. And he's getting very excited, and suddenly two hands just reach over from behind his seat and and they're each holding a pair of earbuds. As G-Moon sort of leans over and is like, I have some nice calm music for you. Take it. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. And he grabs both of them and puts them in, like, it's a mix I made just for you, buddy. And G-Man goes back to his usual cool, calm, collected self, feet kicked up on the seat in front of him, and listens to his cybernetic earbuds come out and insert again. The vibration that his body goes under whenever his earbuds are not in begins to calm, and he goes still again, taking a deep breath. You all chat, talk, everything is calm and nice, and the driver says, all right, here we go, get ready to leave. And the door closes, and I need all of you to either make a perception seeing test or an investigation search test. They have different TNs, so whenever you roll, just let me know if Roll20 doesn't say what it is.
All right,
Let me know what you're
I
doing.
will roll a perception.
Okay.
I'll roll an investigation.
Okay.
Also roll a perception.
I'll do investigation.
17.
Give me a.
Oh, that was a good fail.
Greasy gear is.
I am too anxious.
Too anxious.
I'm like holding my knees, like, oh, like eyes closed, like just like this.
Too much. And Cassie, your roll?
She is scared.
Is that right?
Beautiful. Okay, yep.
I have a
that
15
is...
and I have is
Yeah,
that
that's correct.
15
That's
in
correct.
investigation? Yeah. Okay,
Yep,
great.
You do
Cool.
have that. Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so, most of the class, aside from a few other individuals, we'll say Jenna's a little too excited. We'll say Greasy Gear's a little too excited. Anyone who rolled perception, you notice Brass Bull hasn't arrived, and those who rolled investigation search, because search involves multiple senses. I believe it was Quantum you did investigation, and
Yeah.
Mimic did investigation. So the two of you, Quantum, you hear something engage. You're sight-wise, you're too focused on the back of Shortcut's head for this to really register. As you're thinking, and then the door clunk closes, and the bars chunk that keep it reinforced engage, and then suddenly there's a click. That's novel to you. That word click doesn't sound familiar, and that is what pulls your attention. Mimic, you see what just happened as you're sort of looking out at the class, seeing that the rest of the buses are leaving. You notice two things. Seeing wise, you look out and you notice not only is Brass Bull missing from your bus, all the other buses that have passed beyond the gate, you didn't think about it at first, but now that you notice that Brass Bull's gone, all the other buses that have passed out from the gate, none of their teachers were on them. At all. And then in that moment, you see out of the corner of your eye, on the outside of the bus, a new piece of technology is on the outside of the bus, and it looks like some form of a lock that is engaged and clicked on the other side of the door, the outside of the bus, and beep, little red light is blink, 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 blink on this device. And the bus is leaving.
Uh-huh.
What do you do? What do you guys say? What do you do? We'll say it's a Shortcut. Did you do perception or did you do investigation?
Perception.
Okay, so you noticed it. You noticed what I said earlier, that Brass Bull wasn't on, but you didn't see anything else.
Nothing.
Yeah, haven't seen anything
I
else.
saw nothing.
So we'll say that you kick off the scene when you say you call out to the driver, say, hey, well,
Where,
Bull's not
sir,
here. Like we're.
Bus driver, sir, where's our teacher?
He doesn't reply.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I
about
think
to.
I
Bus is
think
turning around.
I
It's
think
turning around in the parking lot. Go ahead.
yeah, I think Mimic sees that interaction and wonders, I wonder if maybe the bus driver just didn't hear her, and goes up to the bus driver while the bus is moving.
So you look up to him. Do you shake his shoulder? Do you tap him on the shoulder? Do you touch him in any way?
Yeah, I think so. I just kind of pat him. It's like, sir, excuse me.
So you pat him on the shoulder. As you have to get close enough to see it, you look around and see that his eyes are filmy white. The last time that you saw this was at the facility when you saw Greasy Gear when you first walked into the facility, and she welcomed all of you. She had milky white eyes as well, and the driver doesn't respond, other than, please return to your seat.
Do I remember how to break somebody out of that?
You did it with Greasy Gear by throwing a chair at her. You turned into a chair and sort of threw yourself across the floor.
I
did! You turned into it. You turned into one of the facility's chairs and threw yourself along the floor at her. So knocking her out did it initially.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Mimic sees this, turns to the rest of the
Bus?
The bus, 'cause this is bad!
What? As some of them start to reply, what's going on?
He's mind controlled. We're not going. I don't think we're going where we're supposed to be going.
Oh boy.
Who's mind control? There's one of the Jilin doesn't reply. He's listening to his music. He doesn't even know anything's wrong. Jenna immediately stops the conversation, gets up. Yes, Quantum.
Devin, can I switch into my costume?
Yes, you can.
All right, cool.
Naked.
Worker
And I asked
gloves
Shortcut.
on.
Shortcut, can you teleport me outside the bus, please?
Okay. I'm gonna open up a thing.
So you
Are
open
you
a
gonna
portal.
go like on top of the bus?
No, under the bus.
So shortcut. You open one portal. Open the second portal, and that doesn't cause a problem. Once Quantum goes through, I need you to make a power test for me. I need you to roll a D20, add your power rank for me.
Uh-oh.
The moment
Normally you don't.
that
I know
Garcia-
that. I know that normally, yeah. Normally your powers don't require a test. They're fairly automatic.
The moment Greasy Gear heard that like our teacher wasn't on the bus, she's like
What's going on?
panicked.
And Quantum.
She's
I need you to
panicked.
make
She heard someone's mind control. She's gonna start to cry. She's not happy.
Okay.
Okay, well in that case, instead of Jenna running right to the bus, she actually runs over to your seat and starts massaging your arms. It's like it's okay.
Where-
Shortcut and Quantum got this. It's okay.
Who? Okay. Am I rolling my power roll?
Your power roll. Yes.
Okay. What is my power? Is it next
One
to
D20 plus your power rank.
my power? So my power level.
Power level. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Your teleport power level.
My teleport power level. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
different number than my power level.
No. Yeah, not power level 10 or 11. It's your
Okay.
teleport ability.
Okay, hang on. Huh,
Yep.
21.
21. Okay. And Quantum, quickly make this is an investigation because you don't have time. This is more of a as you're passing through one portal and out of another, your mind is perceiving things. So make a perception roll, please.
Oh dear. That's not going to go great for anybody, but thank you. Yeah.
It's
Thanks.
enough that because you were the one who was, if it's because it's you who went out there, I'll give you that TN. You see, as you're trying to as you're going from one portal to the other, as you're exiting the portal, there's a moment of resistance, and Shortcut, you feel it too. You're not used to it. There's normally no resistance unless someone is trying to fight being pulled through a portal.
Yeah.
But it's as if something about the surrounding environment is resisting you. And Quantum, you see as you move through the portal, the mechanics of the bus. You see the electrical and mechanical components and the armor steel plated components. There's a third layer in between these that you see as you're coming out of the portal and sort of like through the physical architecture of the bus. And you immediately recognize the tri-weave pattern that was on the inside of Sidestep's cell. So it's as it and that cell was preventing Sidestep from traveling out, dimensional travel. And this is akin to that. So there's a bit of a resistance. I need you to make an athletics check for me as you clumsily are thrown out. Shortcut can't maintain this easily, and you sort of spat out early. And you need to make an athletics check to grab the bus. Okay, all right. So you grab the bus, and the bus jars as your super strong hand catches underneath it while it's moving, and the bus just goes.
Yeah, I lifted up.
Made it. What's sorry?
Yeah, I lifted up.
So you drop your feet, lift the bus up.
Yeah.
And the wheels are still going while all of you are now in the air. And
I
Shortcut,
set the bus
your
down on
teleport
its
portal
side.
closed. Sorry?
I slowly set the bus down on its side.
Which side?
Well, so that the door is on, facing the sky so people can get out.
figured, but
That's
that's
stupid.
You drop the bus on the side.
Well, not drop. I go.
And everyone is like, whoa!
No, it's slow. It's just like I do a couple of.
We're turning.
We're turning. Please no. This is where we're going. This is where we're going.
Whoa, hey! Several people are inside.
Crawling over to the other side, yeah.
Yep. So, you're put on the side of the bus. Or they put the bus on its side. Everyone else is on the side of the bus, standing on its side now. Yeah. And the driver is still trying to drive.
I knock on the glass. What do I rip to get you guys out of there?
I don't know.
You look around. I won't make you do an investigation check because it's fairly obvious and you have a bit of time here. The gates, by the way, close. The watchtowers that are on the perimeter walls begin to turn on.
We're still inside the school, though, right?
Red. You're still inside the walls of the school.
Yeah.
But the doors have closed. And the watchtowers are now turning on. The automated turrets are turning on.
Oh no. Not again. Not these assholes.
It is reminding you very much of Orientation Week. So you hear no explosions, and on top of that, you hear no alarm quantum inside the school. But the automated turrets are on. And the wall's been secured and the gate is secured, but you hear no explosions. You hear no sound of alarm in the school whatsoever. And you see over the top of the bus, or more along the side, that there is a device on the door that is blink red light. Blink, blink, blink.
I knock on the glass. Greasy gear?
And I look up, yeah?
Blinking box things on doors. If I rip that, that's pretty solid, right? That's pretty solid to get you guys out, right?
Does it look like a locking mechanism or an explosive mechanism? Because those are two very different things.
Greasy gear, you're tutoring me in engineering. How would I know?
Is it, where is the device located on the door specifically?
Devin?
It's located on the frame in between, sort of half sitting on the bus's frame and the door frame, preventing it from being opened.
What he said.
I think that's just a lock. Just grab it.
Okay. I grab it.
I'm gonna hope it's just a lock.
Okay.
Okay, if it's... How about I fly up real fast as I rip it up, and if it blows up, it'll be okay.
Throw it up. Just throw it up.
Just throw it up.
So,
I fly faster than I throw.
So you immediately, in a space of the rest of you who are in the bus, sort of looking at Quantum, you see Quantum, and as an explosion rockets in the air, as a red flight boom. As the lock was there, but the explosive, should the door be opened, goes off.
I can't believe I was right.
It is a ranged burst. And Quantum, I need you to make a toughness roll, please.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't want you to blow up is the problem.
Okay. Yeah. It's not great.
Okay. All right. Okay, and so that is a 15 plus 20. So the damage of that's 1 degree. Okay. All right. So that was only 1 degree of success, 1 degree of failure. So you're only dazed, which means you can still move. So you're blown away from the explosive as you start tumbling in midair. The first round that you were dazed, you can't move. It's just the shock wave was too much. As you are hurled away from the explosion. But in the next few moments, the ringing in your ears is beginning to subside, and you can take one action, and that can be a move action because you're just dazed.
I choose to make an intangible action because whatever I'm going to hit is going to hurt real hard.
Okay, all right. So all of you see as the explosion bursts in the sky. It's just a streak coming away from the explosion and boom, hits the sides of Dedalax Academy, breaking into the wall, and Quantum is gone inside the walls of Dedalax Academy.
Quantum!
Yeah, we start crawling. I start trying to get people out of. I'm like, okay, come on, we gotta get out of this bus now.
Yep.
So the doors now open.
Let me know when they find me.
Just continues trying to drive.
Oh god. Oh, and I look at him and I'm like, oh, you poor fella. Oh, you poor fella.
We'll come back for you later. I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay.
All of you who were at the facility, you recognize the same milky white film that was actually over Wendell's eyes. Greasy Gear, that's the only time you saw it. Shortcut Mimic. you guys saw it on both Greasy Gear and Wendell as you left the facility.
I assume it's like a feeling that I recognize, though, like seeing just like this, like dead, like.
You feel that same sort of sensation that you've been feeling a lot, not understanding how the world works, that has been bothering you, that bothers your very nature. This lack of control that sinks like a pit in your stomach, as you suddenly feel for a moment before you are helped out of the bus that you no longer have control over your life, that you no longer have control over your choices, and that's the feeling that you get as Phantasma, Jenna's hand reaches through the door, like, hey, sweetie, come on.
Yeah, and I take it and come out.
She lifts you out easily and sort of drops you on the side. What is going on? Quantum, come on, let's go, she says.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teleport over to where Quantum is.
Okay.
I say that we need to find Brass Bull.
Yep, I agree. Do we split up? I don't know.
Are we splitting up the party?
Well,
I don't know if it's wise, but I think maybe time is of the essence.
If we get Quantum, and then we
are all you going to find
get
Quantum first?
He doesn't know where he is right now.
Yeah. Quantum had to take falling damage from hitting the wall, so I'm declaring, at least for the moment, he's incapacitated.
Yeah, so we will go to where Quantum, like roughly where we think Quantum is, and I will be screaming for Brass Bull the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
So you run into the room. Shortcut, you see this as you teleport inside. The rest of you just hear it. As Shortcut, you step inside. Quantum unconscious on the ground. He's incapacitated. Not hurt though. He's not bleeding or anything else because of his impervious, but he looks knocked out. And suddenly, out of two pillars, upright pillars that flank the staircase that goes up the center, leading to the second level of Dedalax, two automated turrets come out and immediately start and shooting at Quantum while he's pinned, but he is impervious. So these
I'm
bullets
intangible, dude.
You're intangible. Sorry, you're intangible. So they actually go through him into the ground. And they start eating away.
I'm far less worried about this concept anymore. It's not safe for us to grab them, guys.
Hang on. Can I make a portal from one turret to the other so they just end up shooting each other?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Now you're thinking of portals.
So you open one portal at third portals at the same time. And the rest of you hear as you're about to jump through the hole that Quantum made, this as the turrets shoot themselves and destroy themselves out of the wall pillars that they're in, and the hall is silent. No alarm, no nothing, and all of you step inside.
It's weird that there's no alarm going off. That's like the scariest part to me. Why isn't there an alarm going off?
Sam, can you play the music we played at the end of the last session?
Oh,
Mysterious creepy music.
I think this is it.
That's fine. I trust your instinct.
It's creepy.
All of you hear in your mind. All of you, except Quantum. No, Quantum, incapacitated only lasts for a round or two. So you're starting to come out of it, and you can make yourself tangible again if you want. You can make yourself corporeal again if you want.
I very much do, and start pulling myself free. What happened? Is everyone okay?
You blew up.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You blew up, dude.
You blew up. It was very scary.
No, I'm okay.
I usher to the hole in the wall.
Oh, that's a big one. All right.
Yeah, that was you.
Big hole. Yeah, it's a big hole.
Wow, big hole.
Yeah. Man, the guy who went through that was strong.
It's you.
Was you? You did that.
Good for me. So what's up? What happened?
We're out of the bus.
You got shot at by the turrets. There's no alarms going off. The gates all closed. We don't know where any of the teachers are.
Yeah, the buses are gone.
Our bus
Actually-
driver's possessed.
Now I'm worried about the other students on the other buses.
All right, are we
'Cause
gonna
they're
go?
gonna have
help?
no idea.
You never understand to leave well enough alone, do you?
Who said that?
Is that Axis's voice?
Everyone
Yes.
turns
In your
around.
minds. In your minds,
Oh,
you hear it
no.
all around you. Why do you have to be such loyal little soldiers? I gave you a choice. Mimic, didn't I say that I would always be around? Don't you understand that this place doesn't care about you?
That doesn't mean we can't care.
That will only make it more painful in the end, when it rips what you do care about away from you. Leave.
Yeah.
You don't need to be here. Please.
We're heroes. There's always
So
going
was
to be
I!
sacrifices. We made that choice when we decided to be heroes.
You didn't make the choice, they made it for you.
No, I made that choice. I made that choice.
No, I super
That was a
made
choice I actively made. Yeah.
Yep, definitely, 110%.
I went, hey, I'm smart. You know what I should do? Help the world. Because that's what smart people do, you twit.
And that's what
I don't know
heroes
if you can hear
do.
me. I'm just yelling.
Yep, did. He seems to reply as if he can't hear you. Fine.
Okay, think of this.
You want to continue to make your choice? Here's a choice. I did this to get all of you out of the school safely, and to prevent anyone from trying to access you. I'm sorry, Quantum, that you made a very foolish choice in how you tried to free your friends, but those were meant to keep you safe. Leave now. Leave the academy. I am doing what needs to be done, and I don't want to have to hurt you if you get in my way.
What are you trying to do?
Bull is fine. I don't intend on hurting him. He just needs to help me out for a little while.
What are you trying
Oh,
to do?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
He replies to you, Quantum. I'm going to where it all began. And that's somewhere here. I haven't found it yet, but I will. And then this school will be torn down, brick by brick. And all of you will be free. We'll all be free. Everything will be fine.
There's gotta be another way. That's not this.
Like,
Too set
hey.
in their ways, child. They are too set in their ways. They've been doing this for over 100 years. Trust me, I've watched it happen again and again. This needs to happen.
What happened?
I need to tear the school down at its roots.
Maybe there's
And I can't let
a
any of
place.
you stop me.
Axis.
Sorry.
Axis. You're in pain. And I understand that. But pain lies. It tells you to fight when you should heal, and to run when you should stay. The question is, what lie is your pain telling you right now?
Wow, therapy time.
Yeah. Every time with Quantum's like, how do I talk to girls? And then also Quantum.
Also quantum therapy time.
Quantum, stay out of this. Thank you for trying. You're not the first who has.
Axis, have you seen my mind?
A bit. Your mind is strange.
I know.
I haven't seen all of it. Are you fighting me? You don't need to. I don't mean you harm.
Axis, if you've seen into my mind, you know my answer. And you know why it's my answer.
Fine.
I'm not doing this to stop you, Axis. I'm doing this to save you. And I will.
Goodbye, Quantum.
Don't worry.
You've been warned.
You can bet on me. I'm a lot stronger than they were. Let's find him.
All of your minds goes quiet.
What does that mean?
Which
I
thing?
want to find this man. I have questions for him.
That
I have a lot of questions for him.
Also, I do love that Quantum is basically just a golden retriever in a human's body.
Yeah.
All right, so the Jenna turns to the rest of it. All right, okay, Brass Bull. He said he's using him for something. I heard that, right? Okay, we'll go look for them. G-Man, you, and she grabs several other members of Class 7. Hey, you guys go one way. We'll go. We'll start with the classrooms. We'll start with the classrooms. I think he might still be there. It hasn't been that long.
What about the other
the rest of you?
The other students are getting escorted out. He told us that. Do we have a way to communicate with each other?
Yeah, we have like cell phones or whatever.
You do. Yep.
Okay.
Do we have a group
We'll
chat?
text you. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like at this point we
Some
probably
form
just
of
started a
group chat in this world. Done. There's a Class 10 group chat.
Yeah,
Done.
we use it to cheat on tests. Everyone asks for my answers, and I don't understand why, so I just happily give them.
Just happily give it to them.
You're
I'm
like,
like, yeah, here, use these to check your work, and everyone's like, cool.
Oh, thanks.
happy to inform.
Happy to help teach.
So the turret's being done, the chase has begun. So I will give you a bit of Game Master level warning here. I'm going to tell you all the locations that you can go to. Some of these locations, there is a ticking time clock. Not in terms of, well, yes, in terms of stream, but in terms of mechanics. So some of these locations, all of the locations will take a certain amount of time that I'm tracking to explore or to take actions in. Some of the locations are essential to the resolution. Other locations are not useful at all. Some of them will give you supplemental information, but may not actually get you where you're looking for. You're trying to track down access. So I want all of you to make, we'll say, either investigation, or since investigation is based on intelligence, if you don't have investigation, go ahead and make those rolls now. Just to sort of logic apart, if he's trying to find something in the school where you might start.
Do good, babe?
I did a 28.
I got a 26.
That's 7.
Rolled a nat 1. I rolled a nat 1, but it didn't matter because I have a 15 to investigate. That's
God.
bonkers.
Go fucking
And
get it,
thankfully,
yes.
since this is based off 3.5, you don't nat fail skills.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
got
happened.
I rolled a 2, got a 7 total. I
Nice.
am panicking.
Okay, you're panicking. Actually, question for you, Greasy Gear. You're going on vacation. Did you leave your super suit in your strong box?
Yeah, it's definitely in the school. I need to go get that. There was no way in hell I was bringing that with me.
All right, so the dormitories are where your strong box would be. Quantum, you had it on yours because you phase it in and out of existence.
I carry my super suit as a pair of jeans and coveralls.
A pair of jeans and a jean jacket that you gave Shortcut.
Yeah.
No,
I
sidestep.
have.
You give that a sidestep.
It's in a backpack and it's always with me.
Okay, so because Quantum and Shortcut both got very good rolls for their investigation and or intelligence, there is, you guys can write this down if you want.
I'm writing it down.
There's cafeteria, security, library, dormitories, teacher/headmaster quarters, the manufactorum, the classrooms, and the gym. I will since both of you got high rolls, I will tell you that you don't need to go to the library. That is useless to you. And you don't need to go to the... where is another red herring? They don't know it, but the classrooms is probably not going to be useful for the end goal. So you don't go to the classrooms, don't go to the library. That's your reward for those rolls. Great job.
Okay. So hang on.
Where do you go otherwise?
Just give me a second. The rooms were cafeteria, security, library, dormitories, teacher/headmaster place, manufactorum, gym, and the classrooms.
Correct.
Okay. So where do we want to go?
Security for sure.
My suit. I want my suit. I want my suit, please.
All right.
I need to go get that.
Suit through
I
security.
would like to have buzzsaws. I'm scared.
Devin, is there a penalty if we go to the dormitories?
You don't have to follow. I'm running.
Hey, so you take off to the dormitories. Yes, Quantum.
Yeah, it's dormitory.
My question was, is there a penalty if we go to the dormitories?
Is there a penalty if you go to the dormitories? No, because I don't want to penalize people in the module who need super suits. So
all right,
this will
so
not
let's go to the
take up
dormitories
story
first.
beat
And
That's very kind of you.
If you're going
thank you.
for a super suit. So if you're
I'm
going-
literally just going for a super suit. I don't think there's anything at dormitories that we need to look at.
Okay,
I would like to go to security after.
yeah, security as well.
Okay, so you go to dormitories. It doesn't eat up one of the story beats because you're going there for things you need to play the game. So,
Also, considering the fact that I can teleport, I don't think
Yes.
travel is that big of an issue either of where we need to go. It's just how long we spend in each room.
precisely, exactly.
Okay. I
Right.
suit up.
So you suit up. There is nothing else to find within the dormitory, so you can move on. But you have it. But you have
Cool.
your battle suit.
Great. Let's go to security now. I'd like to see all of the cameras.
Okay. All right. So you make your way to the security room. Remembering where it is. Moving around the corner at the outside of the outside wall. There's no one standing at the doors to security, but you do see a set of 4 cameras, one at each corner of the hallway, all looking down at the hallway. Set of 4 security turrets, just panning at each of the 4 corners of the hallway leading to security. What do you do?
I mean, I could
So
just
essentially,
face-
like any stealth game, they're like red lights are the areas in which their overlapping fields of cover are.
I'm just gonna shoot them.
not
I plan to break them.
not to be that guy, but they do like shooting at me, and I'm intangible. Should I just walk through them and you guys attack them while I distract them?
I don't know if it would just. Yeah, sure, we can do that. That's
Sure.
fine.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
I'll shoot. I'll go bang bang.
Mimic, can
Okay,
you
so-
turn into a turret?
That's a good question. Can I?
You can turn into inorganic beings or inorganic.
Well, I
things.
mean that I know, but it's just
Yeah.
sort of like, is there
You
like
can
a
do-
range issue or like?
Because the
I just need
because
to
your
remember
level-
it, right?
Yeah, no, because your level of the mimic power, you can you adopt the powers of those things in which not at the same power level, so it will be a less powerful turret, but you can turn into a turret and begin to shoot. It will just do less damage than the turrets originally do.
Cool.
I hand you like a little bit of an ammo belt, just so that you're not just like shaving off parts of your body.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that that's actually how that works, but but she straps it on. She like takes the ammo belt and like straps it around her waist anyway, and goes like, "Yeah, let's go."
So each of you make so it's yourself and mimic who are the ones who are shooting. The quantum, you go intangible and walk into the center area. The security guns begin to turn on and start tearing up the surrounding wall. Not really, sort of they do. The walls are pretty strong in and of themselves, but they're not meant to be the outer fortress walls of Deadlax Academy. So I need you to Greasy Gear, use your own stats. For Mimic, I want you to use. Oh, where are my turret stat block? There we go.
Because it's just the gun, I use the strength modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. That's what it says underneath. This +6 strength modifier.
Yes. You're only going to be doing strength 4. You're going to be doing damage 4, Mimic. So just because I don't want to be doing all the rolls myself for this, Mimic, can you just make me a toughness roll, please? You'll roll for the security turret that you're trying to damage. It's toughness roll.
You should roll a 20.
Toughness. Where are you?
So roll a 1d20
right there.
for me. Oh yeah, roll a 1d20 for me actually. Just a straight 1d20, and I'll add the turret's toughness.
Aw, boo.
All right, and Nicole, can you do one more damage roll for me? And and Cassie, make another toughness roll.
Toughness. Oh,
So another
I'm
d20.
I'm not adding my own stuff, right?
No,
I'm
you are
literally
not.
just
Yeah,
giving
I'm
it to
adding.
me.
I'm letting you know. Okay,
There we
all right.
go.
All right. So that is it. So both of you do succeed. There is one last turret. The first one that Mimic attacked is still there, but Greasy Gear uses her guns to take down 2 of them. Mimic takes down the third. Quantum, do you want to do anything for the last one that you're sort of standing there intangible, or let Mimic do the final shot?
I just to save time, I tilt my head to the side as it's shooting at me, and I rip it out of the wall, and put it back in the wall with the gun part facing inward.
Just
yeah. So it's just
You
like
only see the wall now.
yeah.
and I just pat it gently. There.
They shouldn't have done a hazing of turrets with us. How dumb! They just taught us how to
How to deal with
bypass their own security system. Yeah.
Love it. So you make your way into the security room. There is no additional security in here, and you don't see anyone else within this area of the school. I need you to make a technology roll. Anyone can do a technology roll and/or aid in a technology roll.
I've got technology, but I think I have a feeling Grease Gears is better at it.
Yeah, I think.
I can aid. Yeah, I'd like to help.
Yeah.
We all just kind of got into the room, saw the tech roll that was coming in. We all just kind of sat back and let.
I just pop out of my little mecha. I'm like, okay, hold on, and I goblin at a keyboard really fast.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, how do I help? Sorry, what am I rolling?
Just roll a technology roll for me, and
Okay.
I have a particular DC that's going to increase. If you get it, is going to increase her roll. What'd you get?
19.
Beautiful. Okay. Sam, can you in this instance
29, sheesh.
give me some music that's a little more uncomfortable, because I'm going to be giving Mimic something while she watches Greasy Gear work.
All
A little
right.
bit of comfort, not mystery in any way, just Mimic while you help. You're sitting down, working through the electronics and working through the lines of code with Greasy Gear. You look at her and you again see that strange. She does have a similar innate understanding, and you recall for a brief moment your Edetic memory flashes back to that strange server room in the facility. Like, my entire family loves technology. And you flash back. As your Edetic memory, the curse and blessing that it is, you're watching Greasy Gear do her thing, and effortlessly is bringing up windows, tracing time back and forward to try and see what's going on. You take it and you watch as she's doing her thing, and you just have that memory and everything else that you've read about in relation to her. It's like that her family line is somehow related to that old constructivist lineage, perhaps extended family or intermingled lineage or something like that. And then that hacker from the facility saying that to you, or actually saying it to Greasy Gear. She was saying, it's like, why don't no, it was to you. You had asked her, why doesn't she leave? And she said, my family's never known anything else. We're all really good with tech. Just all these things are processing in your mind as Greasy Gear.
Do I remember who that is?
That was Ikatomi.
That was Ikatomi. Okay.
Ikatomi who said that because you had asked her, why not do something else? And said, my family hasn't known anything else. I have sisters all around the world, and who do this, and her family is all very good with it. So what was your final roll, Greasy Gear, as that's sort of processing in Mimic's mind right now?
9.
What's right?
That's 29 for
29.
the technology roll.
Oh, yep. Okay. Because you chose to dig into, at the start of session, to continue to dig into the black box and make yourself familiar with the file codes and
Organization
database,
and how
the
they
organization, the
organize their
database
code.
of it. If you hadn't chosen to do this, this would be a DC 25. But because you chose to interact with the black box more, the DC's lowered to 15, which means you get 2 degrees of success. So you are able to, familiar as you are with the database structure of Deadlax Academy now, you're able to pull up the Academy map, and you're able to actually, you can start to lock down some areas if you want. Lock that so you can this might make it harder for the group of you because you're making it harder for travel around the academy in general, but it's definitely going to make it harder for Axis to move through the academy in his search, and you don't know where he is right now. The security cameras aren't showing them. You see your friends, they're moving to they're actually in the gym right now fighting the gym teacher you see on one of the cameras. There's a
do they look like they're winning?
They look like they're holding their own. You've never seen her do this before, but she seems to be some sort of absorber. G-Man is sending out these strange sonic waves. He's ripped off, he's taken down his cybernetic earbuds, and his whole body is vibrating like sound waves, and he's sending sound blasts out across the gym, blowing out sections of it. But she's absorbing it and sending it back at him, absorbing and sending it back. So they're not winning per se, but they're holding their own. And none of them are really getting hurt, but they're distracted by her for sure.
Greasy Gear?
Yeah.
Do you see at all the layout of the school?
You do, with the map that you're able to pull up. You do find it.
Where aren't the cameras looking?
I just like pull it up and point it.
Where aren't the cameras? Where aren't their cameras?
Oh, good question. Good question.
Is blind spot something I could find?
It is because the various layers of maps with the number of degrees of success that you got, you're able to pull up architectural drawings. You're able to pull out security layouts, and so you can cross-reference things in your mind, and you're able to see that 2 locations don't have cameras: the teachers and headmasters' quarters and the manufactorum. Manufactorum makes sense because if there was that is where like weapons are built, defensive systems where the turrets are built and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there's that. And then you also see there are also the headmasters' quarters and teachers' quarters in general don't have cameras in them.
Which one do we think he's in?
I have concerns.
What's your concern?
I think Mimic. I have a. So we all saw what was on the cameras, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think Mimic, upon seeing the other students having to fight the gym teacher, she has this like immediate thought in her head. She's like, "Oh no, are we gonna have to fight Iron Bull? Brass Bull?"
Not if we
have to fight Brass Bull, we can deal with that later. I look like I'm gonna start to cry. I'm like, I don't want to think about that right now, and I'm still just fucking typing.
Yeah, I think Mimic senses that because she feels the same way, and she kind of just like grabs Greasy Gear's just like shoulder. It's like to comfort. It's like, I know it's okay. This sucks. Like,
I think if we go to the, like, I stopped typing for a second. I'm like, I think if we go to the teacher's lounge and or the headmaster's office, that's where we're gonna find Brass Bull. I feel like there's probably files and stuff there that are very, like, secret, and that's where we'll find him. I think we should go to the other place.
Okay.
Also, the name Manufactorum now that name hits me worse.
Considering what we've seen previously, I think it would be the best bet that where it all started might be somewhere like that.
Yeah.
So are we going to the teacher's lounge or the Manufactorum?
Manufactorum.
All right.
We can try the teacher's lounge afterwards, but I think the Manufactorum is a much better place to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you two feel?
I'm with you.
Manufactorum, because regardless of whether or not that access is in the Manufactorum, we can still pick up stuff either for Greasy Gear or the rest of us. So it's either a good way for us to pick up stuff or to stop access. So either way, it's a good choice.
I love that idea. Yeah, let's go there.
All right. So you make your way towards the manufactory. You don't see, as you were leaving, all 5 of you have left. Something changes in the security cameras. Other people are watching. Other people are seeing what's going on in the school. And in the gym, something happens that you don't see. But you may find out about soon. And as you continue on, you make your way to the manufactorum. You passing through the school. You do make your way there and make your way down several flights of stairs. You've all been there before. It's a place that you have like tech class where you learn how to break down computers, build computers, where you do a lot of database work, anything related to construction and building and so forth is all taught here. And when you arrive there, open the doors. You open the doors. You look inside, and it's a large space. The much larger scale printers are all functioning and working, making parts of security turrets, parts of steel plating for the armor buses. Everything else that is made to protect the students is kept here. And you start to look around, looking for anything in the area. I want all of you to make an investigation check. Greasy Gear, you're going to get a +5 bonus on this, please, because of the map. Because of the map that you pulled up.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Whoa! Oh my God!
Whoa!
Cassie!
Holy crap! The advantage I gave Greasy Gear is like not even needed.
No. That's
pretty good,
roll, though. That's pretty good considering I have no investigation.
Okay. All right. So, a couple of things are going to happen quickly. You are all looking around. You're all looking around, and looking for like the doors out of here, switches, anything that could work. You pass through and begin your investigation, and faster than any of you, potentially save for Quantum. So Quantum, you're going to get a roll. Can react because you begin to hear from outside in the hallway as concrete and brick and steel are beginning to bend and break in a rolling wave that is coming towards you, with increase that is getting shorter and shorter and faster. And Quantum, I need you to make for me let's just make this a raw one between the two. Then I need you to make a dexterity roll for me, please.
Could it not be?
What? This is a reaction of speed versus speed and reaction time. Do you want to suggest something else? Give me something.
Something I have a better stat in.
Okay. Well, the dexterity is what the system uses for reaction. So.
Wait.
That's not correct.
That can't be.
That's not correct. That's not even possible on the dice.
What the fuck just happened?
I think you rolled a D100.
No, I rolled a D20, but it had explosions on, so I think I re-rolled.
Oh.
Which is weird.
Yeah, roll it again.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna turn off explosions.
Fair enough. And I'll make this fair.
Ooh, God.
By doing a.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Holy shit!
Good roll.
What's this weird rules of nature shit I'm doing today?
You've been rolling really well lately.
It's freakish.
We'll see if this works. And you just beat it. Okay. All right. So you hear it, and all of you become aware of what's happening. And you see two things at once. Mimic will come back to your investigation because that is important, but it's not related to what's about to happen. So as Greasy Gear is looking at a far wall, Greasy Gear, you're thinking back to the map. You're like, what was here? There is something here. Is it behind the wall? Underneath the wall? Oh, damn, what was it? Your panic isn't setting in, and your breath is hard to catch. And this noise comes in, and all of you see G-Man is being propelled by sonic waves that are tearing up the ground, both of his fists pointing at the ground, and he storms into the room, beelining in the direction of Shortcut. And but first, Phantasma, Jenna, flies in, soars across the room, whacks Greasy Gear across the face, knocking her away from the wall. Wham! Greasy Gear hits a nearby wall. Greasy Gear, you feel as blood is coughed up from your throat as you hear something, your shoulder, your back, your ribs, something is broken. And Jenna has you pinned, but before she's able to throw a punch, Quantum, you can react and catch that punch.
Yeah, I catch that punch.
Okay, so she pins you against the wall. She's about to drive her fist at you, Greasy Gear, and she looks back at you, Quantum, and you see nothing but milky white eyes.
That's cool. I wrap my arm around Jenna's neck and get her into an arm lock. We'll get her into a neck lock to try and bring her down.
Okay. So make a strength. Actually, no. What is your raw damage? We can make this non-lethal. So what is your raw damage? She'll make a toughness check.
The DC for my unarmed strike is a
yes.
Is it strike or throw?
We'll make it a strike.
The DC is 28.
28. Okay. So the DC is 28. It's her toughness roll plus it's her toughness plus a D20. Her toughness is 9.
Oh.
Come on. Go to sleep.
Roll 20's making this really tense. Come on.
Go to sleep.
It's got rolling dice. There we go.
She hit the number.
Oh, okay. Well, it rolled twice for me. No, that was the reaction.
Yeah, it's an earlier roll.
Okay, so it's tied. So in this case, for cinematics, we'll say it's like you keep her, but she's able to resist whenever her turn comes up next. So you pull her off, get her in the choke, but she is fighting, and you see that you're matching nearly strength for strength as she's trying to get on me. It is whipping her head back against your forehead, the back of her head against your face.
Axis, let her go. Axis, let her go.
I very quietly go. Axis. Just as bad as the people you want to fight against if you think you can use other children against us. And I spit up blood.
You spit up blood, and while this is happening, you're saying, Axis, let her go. Like, I will let her go if you leave. I told you to leave and stay out of my way. And Mimic, while this is happening, the quick moments that are happening, we'll deal with G-Man attacking Shortcut in a moment. Actually, Shortcut, give me an initiative roll over doing this, please. And so that is happening. We'll do the initiative in a second. Mimic, you are looking at the wall, the mechanics of the wall, where Greasy Gear was smashed, and she hits actually next to one of the manufacturing bots that's currently building a steel plate. She spits blood, puts her hand against it, and starts to stand up. Your astonishingly high perception roll sees something interesting. The machine stops for a moment. The moment Greasy Gear touches it, stops for a moment, and she's like, and it's like the machine stops what it's doing, and she gets up and takes her hand off of the machine, and then it starts up again. But she did nothing other than just touch it.
I'm like trying to crack my back. Oh, I don't get punched a lot. That's not my thing.
Yeah, and as you push off the wall, something else that you see as she's sort of trying to relieve her pain, cracks her muscles, cracks her shoulders to relieve her pain, the machine, a screw, disappears. And a section of the plate falls away. And another part of the arm starts to move as pieces of it begin to disintegrate and fall away.
Who do we know who has that
A
power?
little better. Maybe that crack.
Oh,
God.
nice.
You feel a lot better.
My back's.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You
but
don't
my
know.
back's
You
doing
think
great.
you think you still have a broken rib, but you're not sure. But you're feeling better.
Oh.
Okay.
GG.
Whoosh. Yeah, it was good.
Touch that machine again real quick.
Shortcut. What initiative did you have?
19.
What's your initiative? Sorry, I think I cut my audio cut out.
19.
19. Okay, you get to react first. His initiative was 17. So
Okay.
he soars into the room, and almost like a bit of an airbender, turns in midair as his feet are kicking out the sonic waves. He's building up a shockwave and is about to send it out at you, but he hasn't met his initiative yet. So what do you do?
Okay, so he's building up
He's
initiative.
mid-air right now, sort of like half turning, building up the sound waves with us as he's moving through the air, and is about to turn around and fire it at you. But you get initiative first.
Okay. As he's turning, portal, so that way he just turns into himself and against the wall and just smack. I can also.
You're throwing up a portal in front of yourself instead of doing another portal on a nearby wall where he is.
Yeah.
To be clear. Okay. All right. Then that's great. He's gonna do his own sonic damage, which is 5. So the roll of 15 plus 5. That's a damage roll of 18 versus his toughness. Here we go. Okay. 8 damage roll of 18 versus his toughness of 3. Okay, 1d20 plus 3. Toughness roll. Oh my god, my roll 20 is just...
It wants to build suspense.
It does want to build suspense. Are you guys seeing the rolling the die?
Nope.
No, we just have this hesitation and wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does fail, but it's not. It just hits him. Doesn't make him dazed. Doesn't make him incapacitated. But it just fires out portal. The sound waves knock him off of his feet and he sort of catches himself on the ground. So that will be that. And so we'll go back to now that conversation. Go ahead, Mimic. You would just ask Greasy Gear, can you touch that wall?
Touch that machine again.
I don't say words. I just I look at it first, confused, and then I just put my hand on it.
And Mimic is looking around at the machine to see what other pieces of it might move
machine
and disintegrate.
Is starting to break apart. Sections of armature, sections of plating are beginning to break, unscrew, and as soon as they leave the machine, and with every piece that is breaking.
Do I notice this?
You do.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, Mimic is pointing.
I take my hand off for a second and I do it again.
Instead, you take your hand off for a second, and as you put it back on, Axis in your head, you put it back in, and you feel there's a little bit of give, like you're pressing on the surface of water. You push past the surface tension. So you push as hard as you can, and while Axis and Quantum are about to have their conversation, your hand folds in the steel and absorbs. And Mimic, you see Ikatomi's face again. Her hands tied into the electronics of the chair. As that memory, as Greasy Gear's hand goes inside. My entire family was always good with tech. So the hand goes
Going
inside.
like this. I'm doing this. Wow, I have a power.
Quantum, you're holding on Axis. Axis is you need to leave. I will let her go if you leave. Boom! You hear G-Man being bashed across the room.
Axis, I don't want to use all of my strength on you to stop you, but I will save you.
I don't need saving. This is my choice. These people are taking away all of your choices.
You're not
this
wrong.
Academy tore away your childhoods, tore away every childhood that ever passed through these walls. And you want to take away my choice in this? Fuck you.
Axis?
Do we hear this at all?
No, it's just Quantum.
Axis,
Damn it.
you're not wrong. But you're hurting people, and I will stop you. I'll talk with you about it. I'll listen, and I'll hear everything you have to say. I'll even help you. But not like this. Because if
And-
you know... No, I'm not going to show you that. I believe that I don't have to show you that. I think there is a person in there that believes in the same things I do. I think he knows this is wrong.
Jenna, while you're distracting him, is allowed to make a will save because it's been a full round. She makes a will save.
Jenna,
And
Jenna,
nat 20s.
Jenna.
Jenna, nat 20s.
Go for it!
Jenna!
Okay, so your distraction is enough that Jenna slacks. Get out of my head! Ah! And it's like, hey, buddy, it's okay. Yep,
Oh,
got it.
sorry, Jenna.
Thanks. Yep, it's okay. All right.
Sorry. Are you okay,
Yeah,
Jenna?
And I'm fine. And immediately shoots across the room and puts her foot on Jimin's chest and like, whoa, buddy, no, you're staying right there. You're gonna be okay. And Jimin is vibrating, just trying to get her off. I'm like, stop fighting, buddy, come on. Meanwhile, so shortcut, you are safe. Meanwhile, Greasy Gear, you Mimic you look at all these pieces. Constructivist line. 5 people who constructed this line. One of their members, you don't know the name, is tied in some way to her lineage. As she pulls it away, and you feel, Greasy Gear, that you understand how this machine works in a way that goes beyond what you've done before. And suddenly everything that's been breaking around you, everything that doesn't make sense around you, all of your panic, all your anxiety, it's gone away as you just see the matrices of the mechanics of how this works.
Yeah,
And you know in an instant, and you know that in an instant you can take this machine apart, do you? Do you do that?
I want to try. Yeah, absolutely.
You pull your hands away from the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and the machine, every single screw, every single nut, every single plate, all looks like it's a blast apart technological manual, as this machine that was once building a steel plate suddenly rips apart all of its individual pieces apart as you're holding there in your hands. And you know that you can put this back together. You can put it back together differently. The same, or use it in any other way you see fit. Because you have control over this now.
How you doing, Nicole?
So Mimic sees all this happen and she does this, she's just like, it's you! It's
My
like,
characters never
no
had,
other
like,
words,
magic.
no other context, just it's you.
I like look around and I'm like, and I like look at like kind of where my suit is, and I'm like
And
adding
you know,
layers,
you
making
add
it
layers.
very
Yeah.
strong.
You and in the way that you understand how to build, plates fall into place, screws, nuts, everything. You're attaching circuitry, you're attaching wires, and it's like instinct. It's like your home as you're rebuilding your suit, not out of trash this time, but of everyone else's trash, everything else that's broken in the world around you. You've broken it apart and you're rebuilding now again. As your suit
You are not missing a beat with this music, Sam.
Having a great time. I'm so excited. She does this like little like jump spin, and she's so excited. She's like, I have powers. I got magic. I'm not just smart.
You're so cool.
And you don't know why
She's just,
Mimic,
like,
but in
off
this, you
and
don't
off.
know why Mimic, but in this moment, for some reason, they've been quiet about her line. The Constructivist line was pulled out of official lineage, and one of its members, they've just injected that lineage, that blood, into what they considered a nobody. Maybe the society chooses to do it. Maybe the government is saying that they're a nobody to keep them down, to saying that they're lesser. Maybe she was like this all along, and society just told her that she wasn't. Because this is dangerous. This, like Axis, is dangerous. She's never been an alpha. She's a descendant of one of the progenitors, just like Shortcut.
I think Mimic makes his realization, but holds on to having that conversation with Gigi until like after this all this
there's
nonsense.
things going on.
There's stuff happening, so we'll talk about that later. You're super cool and I love you. Let's do this.
Okay, so you look around and you're now seeing. You can
ship
describe
it.
it in whatever way possible. What are you seeing now? Now that you can see how walls break down, where walls are put together, where buildings and machines are put together, you look at the wall and you see behind it and beyond.
This is really dumb. Have you ever watched the Lego Movie?
Yes.
Yes.
You know how when he becomes like a builder and he can see how everything fits together and it's all outlines and information. That's how I'm viewing things now. I can see the blueprints of the world and like now I'm looking for that room that I was trying to find like when I was looking through the security layout. And I'm trying to maybe I can like finally see where it is, and I'm going to just push my way through it as non-violently as possible, mostly because I want to have these pieces float and look very cool.
You pull them apart. It's non-violent. It's you remove the hidden compartment that is blocking the elevators behind as the doors unscrew, come off the plates, and you see the elevator door right there. And
this is where we have to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we going? Would you guys like to? I'd like you guys to come, please.
Yeah, of course we're
yes,
coming.
I'm coming.
Shortcut, are you coming?
Shortcut?
I'm coming.
You fucking better be.
I'm
I like go to high five.
Are you okay, Shortcut?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I hope Jimin's okay.
Is G-Man doing okay?
G-Man will be fine. G-Man will be fine. He's not. What is happening? What's going on?
Access mind control.
Oh, come on.
I know it's
Jenna.
Yeah.
Jenna, can you stay here with everyone and make sure they're okay? We have Quantum. We'll be just fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Greasy.
Okay, let's go. And I'm like in this elevator. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And Jenna.
Hang on.
G-Man.
Did Axis stop talking to me, Devin?
He did. He did stop talking to you. Yeah. Go to sleep, buddy. Come on, just. And you hear like the vibrations, the shaking of the room that you're leaving behind as you go down the elevator. As G-Man's vibrations are beginning to break the floorboards and break the walls, while Jenna just tries to maintain control of him. Mysterious music, please, Sam.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Or actually, no. The
Through the high school.
The one I told you about before stream. Axis Dea.
Secret.
Oh, Axis Day? Okay. 1 sec.
Secret tunnel.
There you go.
Yeah, the one I asked you to add to the list.
Yep, got it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. As you exit the elevator, you see before you a scene of a large room. 5 vats of liquid, keeping 5 individuals in suspended animation. Sorry, 4 individuals in suspended animation. The 5th one is standing before you. Axis stands just past the halfway point between you and this immense technological console. He stands before you, inhumanly tall, lean, and looks different to each of you. His physical facial features willingly will morph and change to whatever he reads in your mind as being the thing that drives your passions, your loves, your hates, whether it's parents, whether it's Shortcut for you, Quantum, anything in that regard. Whatever drives your deepest, mentally powerful passions, his face morphs to be that because he can read it in you and try and throw you off by having it be there. Axis is the convergence of all things that you love and hate in this world because he knows what it is. And extended out in front of him is his hand. And you see his hand is out there, hovering in midair, and he is controlling a man in large, colossal-style armor with 2 long horns extending from his head. As you look down and you hear it before you actually exit this, boom, boom, as you step off the elevator and you see a bloody hand, armored, lifting up in the air and coming down with a crash into Headmaster Tumult's face.
Is Tumult still alive?
Tumult is barely alive between
I tackle
the floor
Bull
and Brass Bull's fists. What, sorry?
I tackle Bull.
You tackle Bull. You take Bull right off, and you're able to push him directly off. You see that Headmaster Tumult's nothing but a bloody mess in the ground as Axis, damn it! And he tries to maintain control, or tries to maintain control of Brass Bull as his other hand reaches out to the near comatose body of Headmaster Tumult. Get up, you bastard! And Tumult convulses and sits up half at the waist as Axis is forcing him to stand up too.
Axis, stop it!
No.
Yes.
I'm not done yet.
It doesn't matter.
They're not free.
It doesn't matter anymore.
You see, Brass Bull is still fighting against you. You're holding him, and Brass Bull is still clearly not in control of himself as he's pressing against you. Still under Axis's control. What do the rest of you do?
That's a horrifying thought. You're holding Brass Bull.
Yeah.
It's your shortcut. Do you want to do something?
Do you want to
What?
Oh, you should drop. Wait, how high is the ceiling?
I'll say it's about 30 feet up.
Portal
considerable
underneath.
height.
Portal on the ceiling. I want to see how fast we can make Brass Bull go.
Nicole, you do realize that I actually have accelerated portal, which means that I don't even need it to go that far. It can just accelerate in the portal.
We need to get him off. I'll yell let go and hopefully Quantum will listen.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah,
Quantum,
I guess.
Before, so Shortcut's about to do that. I want you to make a contested strength roll, just 1d20 plus your strength. I'll do 1d20 plus Brass Bull's strength.
Is that okay? Is that Mike's strength or my?
That's Mike's strength.
Okay.
And then
Give me a sec.
See if he holds on to Brass Bull long enough for whatever Shortcut is planning to do.
Okay.
So that is his 16 plus 12, 26.
28.
Hang on, I gotta roll. It's the I had to reload the page because it was shorting out on me.
No worries.
That's fine. That do be roll 20.
No.
Is that not enough? What was Brass Bull's?
28.
Damn it.
28.
The Brass Bull pushes you off and is running based on Axis's controls. Axis just points at one of the containers, and Brass Bull immediately starts charging at one of the containment units. Shortcut, go.
All right, I'm gonna. Well, at that point, it's portal time in front of Brass Bull and in front of Axis. So he's gonna charge Axis.
So
I love this so much.
So you bring up one portal, you bring out the other portal as Brass Bull. The Axis sees the portal open up a fraction of a second before Brass Bull charges right through. He tries to think for a moment. Stop! But the momentum of that Brass Bull is going at is not enough to stop. He does stop, but that simply causes Brass Bull to roll forward onto its feet. Momentum and inertia carrying him, and cracks into Axis, knocking him off his feet. Axis rolls free as Brass Bull hits a nearby wall. Axis stands up. You, Mimic, I need you to make a will save, please.
Yep, boy, I hate that. Where's my will? That's not bad, actually. Hang on.
And then once this happens, I need all of you to roll initiative, please. Though I kind of want to keep this descriptive, but I want to be fair too.
Yes, gotcha.
Well, it's gonna be a shit initiative roll.
That's my will.
That's your will? Okay, all right. Unfortunately, not high enough in this instance.
Oh no!
That's my
no.
That's my initiative.
No.
Yeah.
That's my initiative.
Sam got 21. Quantum.
What
got
do I
19.
add to my initiative?
It says on your sheet.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, Quantum got 19. Okay, all right. And Greasy Gear will roll in a second.
17.
Don't. Greasy Gear at 17. Okay. All right. All right. And to be fair, we're going to do this fairly, but he does have a high initiative. Okay.
This music is creepy, Sam.
What's the point?
I know, but it's unsettling.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah!
Wow.
God. Oh, everyone gets to beat him first.
Except I actually didn't even roll my initiative yet.
You don't need to because you're
Roll,
going.
roll.
Yeah, you need to rotate that. You'll roll your initiative once if you break free on your. Actually, no. After this turn, you'll roll initiative because you need to determine whether you break free.
Okay.
All right. So you see. He points out to you. You feel your mind, your eyes roll back in your head, and you hear in your mind. Keep him busy as best you can, and points at Quantum. And you, beyond your control of your body, feel your body morph and change, and your hands turn into the work gloves of Quantum. Your body grows in strength as you morph into Quantum. Not quite as powerful, but powerful enough to be a threat. But you're going to go on Axis's turn, unfortunately. So.
Thanks, I hate it.
I know. And shortcut, go.
Okay. Well, I'm portal throwing Axis.
You're portal. Okay. All right.
Because that's an actual thing that I can
Yes, it
do.
is.
So, it's a DC 21.
DC 21. Is that a dodge roll or is it toughness when you're throwing the damage roll?
It says bludgeoning. I don't know if.
Okay, so it's a DC 21 toughness bludgeoning roll. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Dice roll. Here we go. His toughness. Come on.
Yes! Yes!
Are you
Sam, it finally happened to you!
This is just like super thrown off by this whole thing. He has no idea what's going on anymore. He can't focus.
Okay. Well, that makes him staggered, so he misses his entire next turn. So, so you pull him in. Describe how this is happening.
Well, I see. Okay, I see.
What do you do?
This is what I see. I see Mimic starting to change into Quantum. I go, that's not happening! Immediately, like, throw a portal under Axis. Axis falls down, falls through, like, another portal that's coming out of the ceiling to go downwards as hard as possible into the ground.
And he tries to resist it, but can't.
And just goes, boom!
So it throws him. You throw him into a wall or into a nearby ground, or just a separate section of the floor.
In the floor, because that's the hardest thing I can think
Pull him
of.
through one section of the floor, reappear through the accelerated portal, and crunch, fumbling his toughness roll. He becomes immediately staggered. So that means he is missing his entire next turn, and since he's staggered, Mimic is no longer in control. So
Huzzah!
when Mimic
we saved Cassie.
What's that?
We saved Cassie.
We saved Cassie.
Yep, we saved Cassie. That was
Cassie!
That was very unexpected. Quantum.
She turned into a pillow, but we saved Cassie.
Yeah. Quantum, your turn, buddy.
Are we okay with me ending this right now? Because we're over time.
I am.
Yeah?
I am. Sam's had an opportunity to act.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
do something.
Okay.
Everyone has had a bit of a moment to shine, so I'm good with that.
Everyone's had a main character moment. I think we're good.
Tell us the story.
Quantum looks over at Shortcut and you kind of just see this sort of a sad look through his goggles. He says, all right. Axis, I'd like you to read my mind. I'm going to show you something.
God. Oh my god. That's so scary.
Since he's staggered and can actually literally take no other action than his free actions, which is mind reading, he will do that.
Okay.
It's kind of funny how the dice rolls have rolled out that way. So he does read your mind.
Cool. I remember the day... Okay, so D20 Live fans, you'll know this, remember this from the Infinity War, when the heavens split and Quantum got split in half, split with a huge shaft of light that was part of the whole universe rendering apart. He's going to those memories.
You stand there in the paracausal realm in both of your minds. The dimension, the space between spaces. And it's just you and him.
Yeah.
In this
Like,
moment.
are you remembering it? Are you seeing it all, Axis?
You read acknowledgement in his eyes, mingled with astonishment.
It's huge, isn't it? I love how Sam's phone's going off. Like, all the mods are going, what the fuck just happened? He says, it's... How much does it hurt, Axis? How much did it hurt? Whose...
What are you?
Whose pain was more, Axis? Is my pain so small, Axis? I don't know. No, I've heard you talk enough, Axis. I want to show you. I want to show you the choice. Because you can feel it, can't you? The universe, the multiverse, ripping apart. And I didn't understand it. I had to ask Shortcut so many questions to understand what had happened that day. And all I knew was that I had to do what I could to hold it together. So I grabbed one side. I didn't have arms, but I knew I could. And I grabbed one side and I grabbed the other and I held it in place as long as it took them. That is how strong I am, Axis. That's what you can't see. That's what I'm hiding. I think I have an idea how it happened and why. I'm still working that out in the details. But I know I'm not like everyone else. And I want to be. But this strength you think you need, I know that I am closer to it than you. And it is so much bigger, and I know you don't want it. Because it is indiscriminate. It is almighty. And it is nothing compared to a choice. An infinite choice. It's not a binary. It's a nuanced as 1,000 grains of sand on an infinite beach. That's why I say you're not wrong. But you've chosen one extreme along an axis that forks more than there are wavelengths of light. And I understand these concepts, and I shouldn't. And I can see the curve of the multiverse, and I shouldn't. But I understand that it's bigger, that the spectrum of it is so much bigger, and I choose this. I choose it because I know enough to know that it's worth it in spite of the road that got me to it. Because it doesn't matter what they do. What matters is what I do. And I choose to save everyone, including you. I just didn't want to do it to have this way. I was hoping my words were going to be enough. It's okay.
I just didn't want anyone else to go what I had. The pain. My friends. And he shows you as you've shown him. In pity. You can share this with them, but You have given him this shared burden, so he is showing it to you. A day, almost 2 centuries ago in this world. And you don't know how you know, but you know that the ground that you are standing on, shattered and broken and torn and smoke and fire, are 2 sides. There is, in Axis's binary mind anyway, by contrast to yours. Him and 4 others. And on the other side are the Paragons who fought against them. The Paragons that were there at the beginning. And one of them is your headmaster. They bound us. They chained us. They used us. Their world is built on death. They teach you that we were wrong, that we were evil, that we wanted destruction. We just wanted to fight them, who was trying to take away everyone else's choice. It's all we wanted. And he shows you the vats that are currently in this room, is the lack of it that they gave us. Over 100 years of suspended animation, pulling our blood, putting it back in, making us be the beginning of this heroic world. I just wanted to keep all of you from this. I'm sorry. He drops to his knees, and you see he's been broken by what you've shown him.
I pat him on the shoulder, and I smile at him. I say, "Doesn't it feel a little better to get it off your chest?"
Therapy time with Quantum.
Therapy time with Quantum.
I had to show him the infinite. It's like
you had to show him infinity and go, look, there are things that are bigger than you.
If they chain me again,
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, what he said. I don't know what's happening.
I pipe up.
I'm pretty
There's
sure
no
we just. I'm pretty sure we just watched them have this mind meld back and forth, and we didn't actually hear anything.
Yeah.
And he drops to his knees and just starts saying sorry, and we're like,
that's pretty much what just happened. And the line that he just said, it's like, if they chain me again, is the first thing you've heard him say while he's now on his knees. Like, I can't keep them safe. I can't let all of you down. I can't let them, my friends. And he's looking up at the 4 other progenitors that are now suspended in the
Then Axis, who is stronger? Us and them? Us and you? Or them?
What do we do? I wanted to tear all this down.
It's okay. We're gonna let them out. We're gonna bring Brass Bull back, because if you've seen into him, you know where he's gonna go on this decision. Right?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
True. He's a homie.
Yeah, actually, for realsies, though, true.
Axis looks at you, Mimic. I'm sorry.
I mean, that sucked, but I get it.
I'll be honest, Axis. A lot of your things, I don't even disagree with. Your methods of going about them, absolutely.
All that, actually, yes. Very that, honestly.
I don't really like
and I
our
start
school...
walking over to the vats to start, letting these people out.
I don't really like our school motto, if that makes sense.
I hate their school motto!
No, it sucks! It sucks big time!
Does our school have an official student council?
Probably not. They don't want us being any sort of leaders, as I'm just, shoving my hands into this, thing to try and start, draining them safely.
I had a thought. We have 5 perfectly good headmasters here who can help support the student council at this school.
We can get something figured out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that need to be figured out in this world still.
Yeah.
We just have to make a good.
As the vats are draining, you're looking at the console, Reese Gear, and you see a name that something that's been in your family for a long time. Though no one ever was able to say it's like, oh, it was that great uncle. Everyone tells different stories. It was that great uncle who traveled across the world. It was that. Like he was named after the grandfather who was part of the war, and all these family histories, family stories. But no one in your family, for some reason, was ever able to specifically name a memory of them, just a story of them that they had been told, lie or otherwise. And you just see their name, Oren, in one of the vats as you're emptying the 4 progenitor vats.
Also,
that's not a common name.
Axis, could you explain what's happening to all of them with your mind powers, please? Because we don't need 4 angry, high-level metahumans just pounding their way out of a tank. All right, thank you.
And as the vats empty, as all of you stand there at the roots, at the beginnings of Dedalac's Academy, not sure what tomorrow holds. Not sure where you go from here. Whether you
Man,
stay
I just want to
or
ask
leave.
shortcut out on a date.
You can do that later.
Yeah,
Can
definitely.
I-
Now's not the time.
Can I just stand over the headmaster?
Yep.
I kind of stand above him and slap him awake.
He's a bloody mess, honey. Just poke him. He'll be fine.
No, he's earned a light slapping.
Your light slapping is a little bit harder than anybody else's light slapping.
Oh dear.
That's true.
That's why poke.
Fine, I poke him.
And we still slapped. Who would have guessed?
So he looks up at you.
Sir, I unfortunately have to tell you there needs to be some reformations in this school. Also, you have a student council now.
We've just declared. You just declared us the student council.
And I think
Jenna should be president.
Jenna!
And with that, this chapter of the Paragon High story comes to a close with with you choosing to free the progenitors and Dedalac's Academy still standing, Axis potentially on your side. And for now, that is where the story will end.
I'll fucking shove him back. I will show him more of Quantum's memories.
Right. All right. And the story ends for now.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone in the Legion, for joining us for this live stream. Sorry that it ran a little long. These Mutants and Mastermind ones tend to do. And appreciate your patience. Hope
Thank you for
everyone
running
enjoyed
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Devin.
My pleasure.
Do you want to hear the
I love
announcements?
this game so much.
I'm glad. I love it too.
Announcements before we go out.
Announcements before we go out.
Yes.
Let me get my phone.
Getting phone.
All right, so D20 Live will be off this weekend, coming the 3rd. We will be back on the 10th for Jordan, running Miami Nights Episode 3.
Well, this is the thing. July is the month of Jordan.
It is the month of
Jordan's
Jordan.
running 2 games.
On both the 10th
Let's go.
and the 24th. And on Anime North, on the Friday the 15th of July, D20 Live's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be Friday at 10 o'clock p.m. at International B at Anime North. If you want, please come out and support us. The more people, the better, because this is going to be our first time at one of the biggest conventions in Canada. We want to make a statement and say that we are here. Unless we somehow hit the attendance cap, then please don't just sneak into the convention. And also wear a mask while you're at the convention.
Please wear a mask.
Please wear a mask. Actually, it's mandatory.
It is actually mandatory
in their policies.
In their policies.
Yeah. So, Devin, you want to sign us out or do the round or whatever you would like to do? That's our announcements.
All right, and with that, I'd like to thank all my players, starting with Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I played Quantum, and I can see the void.
And Sam, the production manager.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam, the production manager, and I've been shortcut. Will they ever get on a date? Who knows?
I'm so mad we didn't get to that asking
I'm
out.
sad about it.
Maybe next time.
And Cassie.
Hey everybody, I've been Cassie D20 Love Chew, playing Mimic. I'm so happy I got to play her again. I hope I get to play her more.
There you go. There you go.
Please?
Maybe. We'll see. And last but not least, Nicole.
I'm Nicole, and I've been playing Greasy, who now has powers of her own, which is
Yeah!
Yay!
It's so tight.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm so excited.
She always had powers. Society was just
But
trying
now
to tell
she
you
can
we
use
didn't.
them.
Exactly.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
put a higher value over being able to assemble any invention on the planet over super strength. Just a little bit.
That's the scary part.
Yep. All right. And
I'm gonna
I've
like
been-
tap into the internet and just like.
Oh my god, don't go to the deep web!
Don't go to the deep web. And I've had the honor and pleasure of being the game master for Mutants and Masterminds Paragon High for these last, turned into 4, was originally intended to be 3 sessions. And hopefully we'll be returning down the road soon enough. Thank you, Legion. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.
Bye.
Bye everybody!